So I actually came across this post and I got something to say about it. Okay, so as you all will see over here, it says almost 5,000 Alabama students will repeat third grade due to low reading exam scores. Let's go and read what they have on the side, and then I'm gonna go on and give my opinion on that. Okay, it says the Alabama State Board of Education released the new data showing across our state, Alabama, that out of 55,930 third graders who took the ACAP reading exam in the spring, 6,470 scored below level grade level. State Superintendent of Education Dr. Eric Mackey explained to board members during the last work session that parents of more than 2,400 third graders opt to either not have their children retake the test or simply didn't send them to summer reading camp. Let's continue. He went on to say that he wants to explore the reasons for not retaking the exam further, but after spring and summer testing, 4,727 students scored below grade level and now have to repeat the third grade. That's 8.5% of third graders in Alabama. It's understandable, he said, since the cut score was bumped up higher this year. So Mackey said that explains the higher number of students repeating third grade this year. So after reading that, I do have a few comments. One, we're going to go back and go to that one part right here where we're going to go right here where it says State Superintendent of Board of Education explained to board members during the last work session that parents of more than 2,400 third graders opt to either not have their child retake the exam or simply didn't send them to summer reading schools. So I go and look at all the experiences that I had and I wonder, like, do y'all all not have these experiences? And I get it if you didn't have every little thing. But when I go and see right here where it says children were encouraged to retake the test and the parents said, you ain't doing it. It's like, okay. Or you could send them to summer reading camp and you also did not do it. So then it makes you wonder, do y'all not want your kid to succeed? I don't know. Do you not want the kid to succeed? Because why would you be okay with your kid not being at reading level? Why would you be okay with that? That's one of the things that I really don't understand. And yes, in regards to this is when you do have to put some blame onto the parent. Okay. Especially when they're this age, you have to put some blame onto the parent. Okay. Because it's like, I could go and say, okay, and I've done a video about this before where you could go and say, okay, kids, go and give me one of Sexy Red's songs. And then you go and give it to them and they recite it front ways and back ways. And some of them even got the dance moves to go with it. And then it's like, now can you go and read this little passage that's right here? And then they'll be like, I don't know how to read. So you could play video games. You could recite lyrics that you ain't really supposed to be listening to. Okay, we're gonna keep it real. But y'all could listen to music, recite words, backwards, forwards of music, which y'all shouldn't be listening to anyways. Y'all could get on all these dance moves. Y'all know how to do the boots on the ground, and y'all go, oh yeah, y'all know how to do all of that kind of stuff. It's great. It's lovely. It's sweet. But then when I go and tell you to read, you say you don't know how to do it. You can operate an iPhone. Y'all know how to get on all these apps, know how to go on YouTube and but when I go and tell you to read this little, just like a little bit, like that long, y'all can't do it. I guess I'm a little confused. So that's where the parenting comes in regards to this. And I'm not saying that, this is Alabama, no shade, but I'm not saying like the school districts have no fault, no blame at all. I'm not saying that. But let's not make it seem like, it's only their fault. It's more like a 60-40 split in regards to this. But let's look at what some people have to say. Someone said, parents, this is your fault. Turn the game, etc. off. Open up the books. Okay. And also, are y'all reading to y'all kids at night? If you get home, and I get it, you're tired. I get it. But if you get home and you're tired, and then the kid is over here looking at you like, and then you're like, oh, just, where's the tablet? Just, here, Reagan, just get out of my face. I think you're part of the problem. But let's continue. The parents can't read, so what do y'all expect? Stop giving these kids tablets and start giving them books. Southern states are far more behind. It's a shame, which is true, okay? But still, that is something that parents also have to be proactive with and about. As an Alabama resident, it's all politics. My kids aren't learning anything that I learned in school or being taught the way that I was taught. That's also something I did notice is like there's this new math where I seen these kids learning this stuff and I said, this don't make sense. Like it was like weird how they were like doing multiplication. And I'm like, that don't make sense. But everything is about testing, and any teacher who doesn't emphasize that will be fired. When I was a child, school was my safe haven for learning and getting a decent meal. I can remember spending a week on a topic and taking a test on it that the teacher made approximately 1 or 2 weeks after. Today, our kids spend a day at most on a topic and are given multiple standardized tests that are approved by politicians and bookmakers that kids must pass. The system is broken. Many children are being left behind. And that is also another thing I have heard that a lot of students are like, it's just constant tests. It's just a test after test after test. Like I remember even I had a little bit of this, and this was when I was learning Spanish in high school, and me and other people I knew who took Spanish who had these particular teachers, because there was 2 sets of teachers that you could have had. Could have had this set over here, well, this person over here, or you could have had this person over here. Okay, this person over here, the people, almost all of them knew at least how to get in with the Spanish. Okay, over here, which is where I was at, they had some inept teachers. Okay, but in regards to that, I remember it was like you learned some words, and next week, not even a week, it was like twice a week you were getting the exam. Oh, do you remember it? Do you remember it? Do you remember it? Do you remember? Y'all, can you let the stuff absorb? I mean, come on. And there's nothing wrong with teaching a little bit more topics throughout, but I mean, dang, can y'all let it absorb? We just gonna keep testing. Then you're like, well, I don't get how this class isn't doing well. I think it's you. But anyways, all right. That's one of the things. Oh, let me go and read this last comment. Someone said, I guarantee you that those kids can rap any song, dance, know everything going on reality shows, but cannot read. Yes. That's a problem. I get it. The school, the politics, not good. But at the end of the day, if you are the parent, you need to be taking the initiative. I don't care how tired you are. These are your kids. No one told you to have them. But they're here. Okay. So try to take the initiative. Teach them how to read, and also teach them some dang manners as well. So they could be respectable citizens. All right. But let me know what you all think about this down below.